Okay, so today we are going to discuss about relative reference and absolute reference. Now, what are these relative reference and absolute reference? This is a bit complex, right? Okay, so let's do one thing. So those of you who are following my sheet would have already done the sum, right? For January, February, March, April, right? And also similarly for what is the total for the rent, car and credit card bills and food and phone, right? So let's do one thing. Let's delete everything. Okay, we need to understand what is the relative reference, right? So let's delete, and so for these ones. Okay, so let's start back to here for January. So equal to, we have B5 plus B6 plus B7 plus B8 plus B9, right? So I get 1800. Now when you double click this, it gives you the references, the cell references, all in different colors, right? So B5 is blue, red is B6 and so on, right? Now these are the relative reference that we are talking about. Okay, now press tab. Okay, just copy this and paste. Okay, you got 2155. How did you get that? Now this 2155 is basically referring to the column C. Previously it was B, right? Here if we come, it was B, and now we are getting C. So how is it moving? Yes, because it knows that when you do this sum, that is 2155, it knows that it is referencing the cells before it. Okay, 5 or 6 cells that you have here on top here, right? So it is able to understand, and it is basically changing from B to C. Again, you copy this and you paste it here, right? Again, paste it here, right? So here it's D, okay, and then here it is E. Okay, so these are the relative reference. It is moving column, it is moving to the right. Okay, so B, C, D, E. Similarly for the, if I want the total for office, so you need to have equal to, this is B5 plus C5 plus D5 plus E5, right? So you get that 4400. And what was this? It was, you are moving from, in the same row you are moving the columns, right? And here the other way, it was you were moving down the, it was in the same column, and it was, you were moving down, you are shifting the rows. Okay, so B5, C5, D5 and E5. So again, you copy, paste, copy, paste. Okay, paste, paste, okay, and then paste. Okay, so you got all the relative references. Now this is how it works. So here, if, for example, if I if I again paste it here, okay, so just see what it is doing. I3, it is taking I3, J3, K3 and L3. Okay, so it is taking all from here to here. Okay, just try to, it is 0 because there isn't any value here, right? But what I'm trying to put up here is, it takes the relative reference. Okay, let me delete that. Now what if you want to find a percentage? Okay, so percent. So now I want to find what is the office rent that you are paying, okay, which is of the total value. Okay, what is the share, okay, or what is the percentage of rent? So it will be equal to this one divided by this one, correct? I hope you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Okay, so you get 0.58, which is 58%, right? So what you did here is F5, that is a relative reference here, and then you are dividing it by the entire sum total, that is 7495. This is the sum total of all the bills that you have. Okay, fine. So what if now I copy this by my same logic, right? Paste. God, what is this? Diff hash diff slash 0 exclamation. Again paste. Again the same. Again paste. Again it is same. Again paste. Again it is same. Again paste. Again it is same. What's happening? So let's come back here. So what I was doing here is I'm taking the share of rent and then I'm dividing it by total, right? Fine. So let's go to the next one. This is car. So I need to find the total. What is the total expense on car, right? And then you need to find it by total. That is 7495. So what do you have here? F6, perfectly fine. And then divided by, it's something, it is referencing a cell which doesn't have any value, right? So it's basically you are doing F6 by 0, right? So this is not right. It should be 7495. It should be referencing this cell, that is F10, right? What happened to the next case? Let's see. F7 by F12. So what's basically happening is, so here F5 by 1 2 3 4 5. So it knows that I have to step 5. So in this case it is going from here 1 2 3 4 and then 5. 5 is this is nothing, right? So it is taking the 0, right? Here again it is stepping 5 cells, so it is going 5 cells down and it is always finding something that is not there, right? So you have to point to this particular value. How would you do that? So here you just have to put a $sign before F, right? And then you have to put a $sign before 11. So it means that you are fixing the column F and row 10. Okay, not 11, 10. Okay, so this is the value. I should actually do it here. Okay, and then a $sign before 10. So basically I am fixing the F and the 10th F column and 10th row. Okay, so I am fixing that. So that is the absolute reference that I'm talking about. Okay, so now I take this, copy, paste, 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 and then the last one. Okay, so what you have, it has F6 by, it relates to the the cell. Okay, same one here. Again it is referencing to the grand total, that is 7495. Again the same, and then I get the total, that is the 100%, right? Now that is the absolute reference, where you need to make a particular, you're referring to a particular cell, and that has to be absolute. So I hope you have understood, and I want you guys to comment below for all the kind of you have your own data, okay, and try to get the relative and the absolute values. Okay, make your own numbers, experiment with it, don't get shy, experiment with it, have the numbers, put the relatives and the absolute, and give it to me in comments below. What was your problem? Like I shared a problem with you guys, so give me that, show me that problem and how you resolved it. Okay, how you found the relative and how you found the absolute. Okay, and I hope you have liked the video. So request you to please subscribe to my channel in case you have not done, and please give me a big thumbs up. Thank you. Bye bye.